Miss D, y'all. She got her hair whipped up, looking on fleek, got this outfit going on. Let me get this chair for you. There you go, y'all. She ready, y'all? We almost ready. Mm-hmm. We almost ready. And I gotta look as good. Well, I can't. I'll never be able to look as good as Miss D do. But I'm trying to get like another. She had a 10. I'm trying to get about a 5, about 3 1/4. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pour us some tea. Okay. We got lemon and sugar. Mm-hmm. I was about to put some lemon in my peach cobbler.
Now this is a sweet. You got some?
I put some in mine and yours.
Mine, okay.
Oh, I got some news for you.
Okay.
And maybe we could talk some politics every now and then. I will be putting in a bid for state assembly. At first I was going to do state senate, but I decided not to do state senate. I decided to do assembly instead. What you know about politics, Ms. D?
Not very much.
Not very much. Well, what's the best advice that you can give me? What are you looking for in your state assembly person? Like, what are the things that concern you right now? Give me three things.
The homeless, of course, because I have a homeless ministry. And
okay, so let's stop there for a second. Why do you think that homelessness is so bad right now?
Because of the economy, the prices went up on everything: food, rent, utilities, gas.
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. I don't know how true this is, but she was saying that that now they want you to have a credit score of $700. $700. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's ridiculous, because before the credit score only was $500. Mm-hmm. And now between 2008 and now, so we had a housing crisis, and now we're having a pandemic, and you got the nerve to try to tell people that their credit got to be a 700 in order to get an apartment. Mm-hmm. It don't make no sense.
It don't make sense. They want to rent. They don't want to buy, and they act like you want to rent. Oh, I think it's
So what do you think if you were talking to Newman and Garcetti and Melissa Melendez and all of our different appointed Congress members? I know a few more, y'all, but those are just the ones kind of like that are in the limelight. What would you tell them? Because I ask all the time, like, what could we do? Because on one hand, you have people, like when I came in, you guys were talking about drug addiction. And a lot of the people that are on drugs, they don't want to go into homeless shelters because they don't want to have to stop using drugs, and they don't want people telling them what to do. So they're on the streets. But you can't be in your right mind on the streets. Like, what is in there telling you that sleeping on the street is cool, or sleeping in an abandoned building is cool? Like, I'm sure you're going into survival mode at that time in doing so, but it's like, it's just so much going on. Like, when you're dealing with homelessness, it's just not the fact that they don't have a home. It's so many other things that have to be factored in.
Right, exactly.
Like not having a job, not being able to get a job, not being able to keep a job because of your drug use. Right. But there has to be something that can be done to employ these people so that they can make enough money so that they can afford adequate housing. Because they can't sleep on the street, especially in the wintertime.
And I think the credit bureau has to be revamped. It's outrageous.
So how would you suggest that be done?
It has to be. I think the credit. There's no rules and regulations for the credit, so the credit bureau can put anything on that they want. It has to be a rules and regulation. It has to be revamped. The credit bureau needs to be revamped. It's too. They do whatever they want to do, say whatever they want to say, put whatever they want on there, whatever the person tell you on there. It has to be. It has to be changed.
Well, how can it be changed to where it's not disparaging to black and brown people?
It has to be reorganized. Or it has to be because it's getting worse and worse. It's each year it gets worse and worse. There is no limit to what can be put on and what can't be put on.
Right, when it comes to stuff that
Right.
it's only supposed to be able to be there for 7 years, I believe. Now I liked it. I liked how they did things in the Bible during what was it, Jubilee,
Right.
where during a certain time your
7
debt
years.
was wiped away.
Mm-hmm.
If we could have something like that implemented, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Give people a fresh start.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know. But I also feel like the government has to gain in some way by doing, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, the white man is keeping us down. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Mm-mm.
Because I feel like if people are doing drugs, you're taking your hard-earned money, you're going out there, you're seeking the dope man, you're buying the dope, you're smoking it, you're putting it in your arm, in your eyeballs, wherever you're putting it at, you are making a conscious decision to do that. So we're not going to blame the government for that.
Yeah.
However, we will blame the government for the circumstances that led you to be so low that you felt like you had to do that to cure your anxiety, cure, your mental state to where you feel like you need to get away, and that's the best escape.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to flip back into what we normally talk about, y'all, getting a man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get a man if you're high on drugs. You thinking you getting Denzel, and you really getting Dave. I don't want to say Dave. We're going to use another name. We'll use Billy Bob. Billy Bob. No, we're not going to use Billy Bob either. We're going to use, I don't know, Bob DeMille. Yes, that guy. You're getting Bob DeMille
Mm-hmm.
that is sleeping under somebody's homeless enclosure because you were so high, you thought when you met him in the club, he had a little money, and he ain't got nothing but body odor. So, what do we do about that? Because you can't tell people not to use drugs, they're not going to listen.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your input on that? Like, how do we tell people? Remember back in the days, they had just say no to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got no slogan now. Because the government is like, please say yes. Please give us your money.
because it's a lot of money in drugs. And so they're getting the cut. They're getting a big cut.
That part.
And so,
On everything.
Right.
Dang COVID drugs. You know what is so funny? Because I don't understand what happened between the 90s and the 2000s where kids wouldn't touch drugs. I guess having so many family members at that time on drugs, that's not something that you would do. You knew where it would lead you to. You knew it wasn't going to end good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of a sudden, everybody doing drugs. Rappers doing drugs. Police officers doing drugs. Lawyers doing drugs. Judges doing drugs. Like, everybody doing drugs.
And people are getting so bold with it that they lacing it with stuff that they know will kill you, which is very
all day long, and
Yeah.
they buying it though.
They buying it. Mm-hmm.
Can't deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to the credit.
How is the apple? Peach cobbler.
What? I ain't stop eating it. I want to take some home. I was telling Miss Dorothy, y'all, after I left her house and ate my casserole, I decided to go get me some food for $17 an hour. It should be a crime. Police officers, if you ain't got no other crime to fight, go fight the crime of these people selling food that tastes like trash. Go get them. Please, hurry up. Go get them. Because that food was garbage. For $17, bruh, I could have went to a dumpster and got that crap. It was nasty. And it just, I was telling them, every year it get worse. And I be wishing on a star that one day I'm going to get my money's worth of some good food at this place, and it just don't never come true. So, y'all, I can't tell you go eat at that place, but I was so mad. But this peach cobbler, fire, y'all. I'm begging that she give me some more. Look at it. Look.
It's over there.
We're gonna stop. This is a drug right here. This is peach cobbler crack, y'all. I'm so sorry. I hate to say it like that, but y'all better find Miss Dorothy, get on her cooking channel, and I don't think you can duplicate this. Look at the texture. Yes, I know what texture is. You see this? This is authentic, y'all. It is the truth. I can taste a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg. Look at the crust. Look at the time that she took out. She didn't just throw this crust together, y'all. She made the little football field little slices, y'all. Look at it. Look, watch me eat it. Watch. Oh my God. That crust, you know the Taco Bell, what's the things called? Cinnamon? I don't know what it's called. Cinnamon twist. Garbage. That crust that I just ate, fire. It's good, y'all. Look. I don't know why she asked me that. I ain't came up for air yet. I ain't even ate. We supposed to be having tea with me and Miss D. I ain't even had my tea yet because the peach cobbler is bomb. Y'all, I'm so sorry. It's good. She got me drooling. Okay, so did that answer your question, Miss D?
Yeah. I think
About
that
your peach cobbler?
yes. I think that I've been saying it for a long time since the credit bureau got out of whack. I think that the credit bureau itself needs to be revamped. I think that they need to pass legislation, make them and have rules and regulations that they have to go by. And because the way they have it now is everybody got to have a 700 credit score. Come on now.
Hell, I ain't even got no 515 credit score. I don't even think I have a number 7 credit score.
I think that it needs to be changed. It needs to be revamped
So if
and reorganized.
If I was in office right now and you had 5 things that you wanted to change today, homelessness is one, drug abuse, finding some type of way to help these people with their drug abuse issues, and what are the other 3 things? Credit score.
The credit score has to be the credit bureau, not the credit score. The credit bureau has to be reorganized.
We need to fight and get them up out of there.
Yeah, and then reorganize the credit bureau. The credit bureau needs to be reorganized.
And what is one other thing that you would do differently?
Those are the 3 most important things. I think if those things was done, we will see a revolution in America. But
what would be fair then? Because if it started at 5 and now it's 7, what would be fair? Would 600 be fair? Because even me as a veteran, when I tried to get my house, I had a hard time with just a 600 credit score.
Well, I think that why do we need
A credit score?
A credit score. Why do we need a credit score?
So I'm going to say, I think the reason why they implemented credit scores is to separate the rich from the poor. So we have completed our Tea with Miss D and me. And vote for me, y'all. State Assembly, look for my name, Jamie Swain.